Good evening. Namaste. Good day. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Oh, uh, right. I'm fine, thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Just call me Mac. Hello, Mac. Namaste. Namaste. Great. Greetings from Germany. Greetings from India. What can we expect in Sun Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha with transit of Rahu in Libra and Libra Sun? Sun Rahu, ego conflicts. Ego conflicts can be there, and maybe health issues can be there, sun related, like heart and brain and all. So we need to be careful about it. Plus, like person may have difficulties at job setup. If he's working in like a job setup scenario, then he may have lots of issues. Okay, this is what happens with this. Right. With this Sun Rahu Dasha, lots of issues with father also, because Sun Rahu, they are conflicting energy. Many times conflicting planets Dasha is activated together. Conflicting planets means enemy planets. Sun Rahu, Sun Saturn, Mars Mercury, Mars Saturn. Their dashas are always very difficult. Yeah. I hope you are doing well, safety during your work and safely doing your work. Yeah, I am fine, thank you. Greetings from NYC, greetings from India. Moon Rahu Antardasha for Scorpios. Same, they are enemies to each other. So maybe emotional instability and all those things can be there. Person may feel emotional extremes. Meditation is again the best way to deal with it. Okay, so person should go towards it. Then Jupiter Rahu conjunction in horoscope in first house, it is Guru Chandal Yoga. Person may be a rebellious person, he may not follow dictates of the society, culture and all, but for knowledge related matters it is very good. Jupiter Rahu, both expansive planets. Jupiter expands the knowledge, so it can expand someone's knowledge. Then this how will be Saturn Dasha when seventh house is Scorpio? Can it still be auspicious? It's auspicious in like any research oriented business or career. Uh, if person is in any higher education of research oriented matters, there it can be auspicious, but when it comes to relationship matters, it is very difficult. So relationships are always difficult. So it is going to have its impact. Vrishchik Lagna and Rashi Moon in first house. Vrishchik Lagna and Rashi first house. 22-degree and Mars in ninth house. Yoga. There are many yogas in chart. Just download any software, Jagannath, Hora, and all. It gives a list of all yogas. So it is like This is also a Raj Yoga. First Lord sitting in the ninth house, ninth Lord sitting in the first house, but both are debilitated. So it is not a powerful yoga. Okay, that's it. It is not a very strong yoga. Then please describe difference in one sentence of Rahu Ketu in ninth house. Rahu makes you gravitate towards ninth house. Ketu makes you go away from ninth house, separate you from ninth. That is what in one sentence. अगर केतु इन सेवंथ हाउस में हो तो क्या मैरिड लाइफ अच्छी नहीं होती? मैरिड लाइफ किसी की अच्छी नहीं सर. कोई बड़ी बात नहीं. केतु सेवंथ हाउस में हो, चाहे केतु फर्स्ट हाउस में हो, चाहे राहु सेवंथ, कोई भी प्लेनेट हो सेवंथ हाउस में या सेवंथ हाउस एम्प्टी हो, आज तक मेरी जानकारी में तो आया ही नहीं कि किसी की मैरिड लाइफ अच्छी है. Moon in sixth house is Scorpio ascendant. A person feels that they have lots of obstacles and conflicts in the way. They feel that whatever they go to do, it brings lots of obstacles and conflicts. So they feel that I face more obstacles in life than anyone else in the world. Hi Priya, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sara Pradhan. Future and married life kaisa? Read my views on astrology and marriage. I'm not the right person to ask this question because I don't think marriage has any connection with astrology. Marriage remains your social institution, your society does it. Okay. So I don't provide marriage consultations. And obviously, I'm not providing any consultation here. You can ask any conceptual questions if you have any. Okay, irrespective of the position of Jupiter, how to see rebirth from birth chart? Why people are so much interested in rebirth and past life and all? Why we are not concerned about this life which we have in our hand? If at all we can do something that is in this life. People are concerned about like future life, and someone is concerned about past life. We are not concerned about where we can make a difference, that is this life. Irrespective of the position of Jupiter, if it exalted in the chart, can it give weight gain or fat on the body? Yes, it can. Okay. I am the best example. Jupiter exalted and Jupiter dasha going on, I gained about 10 to 15 kgs in last 10 years. My seventh lord Jupiter is placed in the eighth house of Capricorn. How is it gonna affect me? It is like, it shows like person may have lots of instability. Seventh lord going into the eighth house. Relationship life is going into its instability, ups and downs. Person may have lots of ups and downs in relationship. What are your views on uh, what are your views and the qualities on the qualities of a Venus in Aquarius in eighth house for education and earning for Cancer ascendant? Aquarius sign ruler Rahu is in the seventh house and Saturn in so person can make good money from providing services to other people. That is what eighth house and Venus both represent. But as it is in Saturn sign, this Saturn is all about delay, hard work, perseverance. Person has to like persevere. Then they can get better result. So money can come, but money can come after much of hard work, perseverance, and delay. Hello. What if Venus ascendant lord and Venus ascendant lord and Atmakaraka conjunct? Let them be conjunct. I don't know what is Ascendant Lord, what is Atmakarka, so I cannot say. Sun and Saturn in ninth house for Leo Ascendant. Lots of hard work, perseverance is required in matters of higher education. Person may not even be willing for any kind of higher education. Okay, so that is difficult for higher education. Also for teachers, gurus, religious belief system, and all. So that is. Um, uh, and that is the result of Sun Saturn. Also like issues with father. Okay, any issue with father. अगर मंगल कुंडली में उच्च का है तो क्या होगा? बंदा करेजियस होगा और क्या होगा? बंदे में लाइक विल पावर बहुत होगी, विल पावर स्ट्रेंथ वगैरह कि भाई वो प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस कर ले लाइफ में वगैरह ये सब. Jupiter and Saturn in ninth house, Leo ascendant. It is again Saturn in the ninth house means person has to work really hard for his higher education related matters, and this is like difficult energy. Saturn anywhere, okay, Saturn anywhere in your chart is like difficulty. Okay, either exalted, debilitated, whatever, doesn't matter. Even exalted Saturn means difficulty. Debilitated Saturn also means difficulty. Saturn in ninth house with Jupiter also difficulty in higher education. Okay, lots of hard work is involved. I am great, sir. If we wanted to Mars for spirituality, what does Mars signify? Yoga. Understand, if you want to see Mars for spirituality means Mars is actions. Any action which can make you spiritual. Okay, that is yoga, spiritual action. Yoga, meditation, aerobics, and all those things can be. Any meditation technique also which requires lots of physical activities. Mars and Ketu in Cancer, Aries Ascendant. Stay away from the homeland. Okay, Mars and Ketu in Cancer. Mars is debilitated, fourth house, and Ketu is separation. Stay away from homeland. Stay away from mother also if possible. What does it mean if Atmakarka Venus has higher degree in Cancer Ascendant than Amittakarka Mercury in the same day, in the same sign? Obviously, like Venus. Yeah, what you are asking, Venus will be Atmakarka only when it has higher degree, right? You are asking about their conjunction. Venus Mercury conjunction in Cancer sign is like Cancer is nourishing and taking care of people. They can be good at nourishing and taking care of people. For that matter, it is very good conjunction. But when it comes to like your relationship matters, there can be lots of frustration because both are losing the dignity. Sun and retrograde Mercury conjunct in Aries for Cancer ascendant. Sun and retrograde Mercury conjunct in Aries for Cancer ascendant. How is education? Mercury is in Ashwini. They are career oriented planet. Look at Jupiter. Jupiter is your ninth lord, Mars is your fifth lord. For education matter, look at like Mars and Jupiter position, maybe Ketu position also. Sun Mercury in the 10th house Aries, strong career. Okay, if the career is more so in business setup, then it is even better. If person makes career in business setup and okay. Then if Saturn is in Shravana in 12th house, it gives tendency to learn from hearing lecture. Yeah, it can, but as it is Saturn, long durations are necessary. Long durations. He may have to listen for long durations. Then only like person will learn something. So Saturn is always delay hard work perseverance. Same thing everywhere. Rahu, Venus, Mercury in 12th house. Rahu, Venus, Mercury in 12th house. It depends on which sign it is in, and that is also important. But it can make someone very creative. But at the same time, they can be indulgent also. Okay, person can be indulgent also. Lots of wishes, lots of desires, and unending desires. One desire gets finished, they get into another desire, another desire gets finished, another desire, this type of thing. Okay, so that is what Rahu, Venus, Mercury. But for creative matters, for writing and all, it is great position. Saturn as Amarta Karaka. What is the question? Saturn as Amarta Karaka. What can law career, if person is interested, medical career, this person is interested. Okay, planet is good in good sign, or planet in good nakshatra, which is good for native. Dignity is always sign based, so look at the sign based dignity of the planet. Right. Sun Rahu conjunction in 8th house in Sagittarius or Taurus ascendant. How will be the Sun Mahadasha? Sun Mahadasha, Taurus ascendant, fourth lord in the 8th house. There can be instability changes in home. There can be instability changes with mother. Person's confidence will go through a major transformation. Person may feel that, okay, like I'm having lots of ego conflicts, ego issues with the people. People are hurting my ego and all that. Those type of things person will feel. This is the thing, and if person wants to avoid it, then okay, get into your own business. Don't deal with authority figures. Take care of your health also, your father's health also. And debilitated Jupiter in 7th house, what challenges gives in relationship? Frustration in relationship. Person may feel lots of frustration in the relationship matters. Okay, that is what debilitated Jupiter in the 7th house. Right, just a second. Mm, Uh, so, can we judge the spiritual path from 12th house? Yeah, 12th house is the main house, house of spirituality. Osho's Mars is 12th lord, yes, but he prefer meditation over Hatha Yoga. We cannot say anything about Osho. Okay, main thing about Osho is that you will find him, and like whenever he talks about one thing, he says that this is the best. Okay, this is the main thing you will find about Osho, that if he talks about Mahavira, then okay, Mahavira is everything. If he talks about Buddha, then Buddha is everything. There is no one to compare with. Then when he talks about Krishna, Krishna is everything. He is best. Okay, understand why he is saying so. So if you like read his preachings on Hatha Yoga also, you will find many references where he's saying Hatha Yoga is the best. Okay, what he is doing by saying all these things, he is making you take it, helping you take a decision. Okay, it is obviously it is not that like everything is best. All he is saying, everything is unique. Okay, everything is unique in its own way, and he is just helping you to take a decision, that at least one decision you should take, either go towards meditation or Hatha Yoga or anything, like either Mahavira ways or Buddha ways or Krishna ways, any way, at least you take one step forward. So for that, it is important for him to assert it. Yeah, it is important for him to assert his view that this is the best. Then only you can take a decision. Suppose let's take this example. Suppose you are standing on a crossroad and you have four ways. Okay, obviously on crossroad you have four ways going in different direction, and you happen to meet me and ask where is the which is the path which takes you to the temple. And if I say that you can go from this side also, you can go from this side also, you can go from that side also, you will reach temple. Biggest chance is that you will continue to stand there. You will not be able to take the decision. So for that, it is important for me to insist on one path, that okay, take this path, you will definitely get to the temple. Okay, so this is what Osho did. He, whenever he talked about one path, he insisted on that path. That so take this path, so that at least you should take a decision. At least you start on one path. So we should not say that okay, he preferred this or he prefers that. He prefers everything. Okay, Osho has preferred everything. You will find his preachings in favor of Hatha Yoga also. Okay, so there is nothing, he is just helping us to take a decision. That's it. What is the reason astrologically a person goes to jail? 12th house, malefic planets in the 12th house in bad dignity, that can lead to like person going to jail or something like that. Mainly isolation. Okay, 12th house is the main house of isolation, so person can go there, but obviously to get there, you need to do some act, which is again depends on the overall chart. How is Rahu Mahadasha for Taurus ascendant with Rahu in the sixth house and Venus in Scorpio? Take care of your health, especially Rahu represents unconventional things, so it can bring unconventional health issues. So that is the thing. But at the same time, Rahu represents also unconventional ways of healing. So Ayurveda, homeopathy, and all these things can be helpful. In career matters, it can be good dasha for materialistic success and all. So there you can gain, but for relationship and health matters, you should be careful. Okay. Please come everyday live search. And who is going to do my consultations? Okay. Uh, if the D1 chart and the Shahs are supporting for Libra Ascendant, D1 chart and the Shahs are supporting for Libra Ascendant. Supporting for what? Means which event? They cannot be supporting for every event. Is the transit of Saturn in the fifth house and Jupiter in the seventh house good for competitive exams? I would prefer Jupiter transiting sixth house for competitive exams. Okay, sixth house is competition, so Jupiter transiting sixth house is much better than Jupiter transiting seventh house. But seventh house is also the result of the sixth house, so it is, if it is in good dignity and all, we can say so. But as Saturn is involved, results are coming with delay, hard work, perseverance. Nothing comes easy with Saturn, so person has to work really hard. Jupiter will be with Ketu, right? So person may have to work really hard, and person may feel that after much of hard work they are getting the result. Okay, so this is what happens with the Saturn being involved. Do you also consider D20 chart for spiritual pursuits, and what are you looking there for if you do? I don't consider, for me D1 is enough to give every possible result, whatever I want to see. D20, if you want to consider, always look at the ascendant lord in any chart, ascendant lord, planet in the ascendant. Then this 12th house, 12th lord, ninth house, ninth lord, Jupiter, Ketu position. This all these things you should consider in D12 chart. Sorry, D20. My ascendant is Libra, my moon sign is Virgo, my sixth house is empty. Its Lord Jupiter. Its Lord Jupiter is in seventh house with Saturn. My 10th house having Venus Rahu conjunction. My problem is female colleagues putting their work on me. It is not the problem, it is just that you need to work for yourself. Okay. Whenever you have problems at workplace, at your job setup and all, it only means that person has to work for himself. That's why. Okay. So that is what you need to do. Work for yourself. Uh, Rahu, Venus is right. Jupiter, Saturn. It is better to work for yourself. And then this in it is Venus is like first and eighth lord and sitting in the like 10th house. Lots of instability in job setup environment. They are just indicating you that you are not meant for this kind of work. You get into your own business, get your own authority. That is why they are doing it. That's it. They are helping you to find out your right path. What about Moon Mercury in seventh house for Taurus ascendant? Again, Moon is debilitated. Mercury is also enemy sign. Person may have lots of desires of relationship and all, but may not be able to take the right decision. If Saturn Dasha, in Saturn's Dasha, we do find ourselves to get detached from friends. Okay. But do we find more reliable and genuine people who is going to stay longer in our life during the Saturn Dasha? You need not to find. Understand the wording still means that there is a desire to find someone. So you need not to go and find. Whoever is supposed to stay, they will stay in your life. Okay, that's it. As you are going through Saturn Dasha, you will be going through like many people will come into life, many people will go into life. Automatically, you need not to go and find out someone. And whomsoever is supposed to stay, they will stay. Whomsoever is supposed to live, they will. Okay. Do you consider and see chart from Adudha Lagna? For me, ascendant is enough. D1 ascendant, that is enough. Ascendant chart. I don't consider anything else. That is more than enough for me. Sun and Saturn is in Aquarius 6th house. Take care of your health, especially heart and brain related health issues. Person can have lots of issues with authority figures also. Okay. So take care of these things. Uh, avoid conflicts, litigation. Don't get into litigation. Otherwise, it can be like very long-term litigation. What it means when someone has Saturn, Venus, Mercury, Sun, Ketu in fifth house Virgo. My mother has that. Lots of planets are in the fifth house. So anytime three or more planets are there, that area of life becomes kind of focus. So maybe third house, fifth house related matters like this education, children, creativity, and all these things become more important. She can be very perfectionist with her approach towards you, and relationship issues might have become a lifelong issue for her. Saturn shows us the true colors of people. It shows your true color also. Saturn is same for everyone. Okay, it shows others true color to me. It will show my true color to others also. Okay, Bhava chart or Rashi chart for D1 consideration. I think I have replied this multiple times in this session, and I'm replying the same thing for 7 years. I consider only D1 chart, no other chart. All other charts are coming out of your D1 chart. So It is that your D1 chart is going to have is the mother of all charts. You cannot have your D9, D10, even Bhauchalit chart if you don't have a D. That basically supersedes D1 chart. Since 10th house represents father, Venus in 10th house shows that boy's father will find a spouse for him. Marriage and astrology has no connection with each other. Please don't ask dated questions. No marriage consultations from my side. Well, then Saturn is much better than Rahu. Right. Saturn is always better than every other planet. I have known many people with Ketu Saturn conjunction, and I have the impression that they are energy vampires. No, I have a great friend. One of my friend is Saturn Ketu conjunction. She is one of my best friends. I love talking to her. She is highly knowledgeable. Okay, she is highly knowledgeable, learned, and all top class. So I don't think so. What do you think about this conjunction? Also, there Jupiter is debilitated, maybe. But this lady, about whom I'm talking, she is very knowledgeable, learned. I love talking to her. So there are very few people who can like argue with me, discuss with me on some points over a long period of time. Okay, and she is one of them. She has arguments. Okay, she has argumentative power. So I don't see her as a energy vampire. I don't think it is correct. Only thing is that wherever Saturn Ketu come together, that area of life is gone. If Saturn Ketu is in the fourth house, mother, home, homeland, and all, person may have no benefit coming from there. Saturn Ketu in the second house, no connection from family. Okay, so this is the thing. Can I ask a reading for my husband? You can apply through site. My email address is astrovsuccina@gmail.com. So you can send your request there. Here I am only responding to conceptual questions. Benefits of worshipping Lord Subramaniam. I don't know, sir. If you are worshipping a god for benefit, then it is not a worship, it is bargain. It is a deal between you and God. I am worshipping you, now you do this thing for me. Okay. It is bargain. It is not worship. Worship is only for thankfulness. Person should worship God only to thank God for whatever God has already done for us. Okay. It is never to ask anything more. Uh, for the Libra ascendant is Jupiter and Mars in the sixth house, hammed between Saturn in the fifth house and Rahu in the seventh house. Better for competitive exams. It is like lots of hard work is required. Okay, because of this hamming, person feels that I have to put an extra effort, then only I will get the result. Okay. So this is what I feel, like a person feel wherever this hamming is taking place between two malefics, whenever you are dealing with that area of life, person feels like I'm in a prison. Okay, so this is like what happens with this Papkartri. For you, it is in the sixth house. So whenever you are dealing with the sixth house related matters, it is like you feel like you are in prison and you cannot do anything. That is the kind of frustration you may have. Thank you for the interesting insight. And again, like results are coming after much hard work and persistence. Interesting insight on Ketu Saturn is Sun Mars conjunction always good, or at least one of the planets gets spoiled. Nothing is always good, nothing is always bad. As I'm saying in every session, everything is good and bad. Okay. So this is we can realize good and bad only in their own backgrounds, right? You need to have background of something. So Sun Mars has its own benefits. Sun Mars has its own drawbacks. Sun Mars can make someone very ambitious. Sun Mars can make someone very aggressive also. Your friend may have Purva Shada or Rohini prominent in her chart because nobody can argue with a person who have Rohini Nakshatra. Maybe. I think she has Venus in Taurus. I don't know the nakshatra. Yes, she has Venus in Taurus. Mm, Purvashana, Sagittarius. She is Leo ascendant. Sagittarius. Think she has any planet in Sagittarius, but in Taurus. As first lord, first house is 12th from the first house. First house is 12th from the first house. How we are going to lose then the matter of second house, first house. Second house is 12th from the first house. So second house is the family. When you think about yourself individually, it is loss of family. When you think you become like when you become like very selfish kind of person, then you lose your family. Your family cannot support you over a long period of then Sun with Venus combust and retro in the fifth house in Magha Nakshatra. Sun and Venus combust and retro in fifth house in Magha Nakshatra, and Jupiter with Ketu in eighth house in Aries. What results of Venus? Sun and Venus combust. Sun with Venus combust and retro. In relationship matters, it is difficult. In creative or in educational matters, it can give benefits. The person can get good amount of authority from any creative person. Okay, then is it bad to have moon in Scorpio? Doesn't it mellow down if sun and moon are conjunction in Scorpio? Nothing mellows down. You have to work in that area of life. Moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of research. Get into any research oriented work, and same moon can give you better result, but not in relationship matters. In relationships, we all have our trouble. In career matters, it can be beneficial, this research oriented mind. Then fifth lord Mercury in seventh house in Scorpio. Fifth lord Mercury in seventh house in Scorpio. Okay, is it good for speculation business? Yeah, it can be, but it is losing the dignity. My main concern is that Mercury is in Scorpio, it is losing dignity. So maybe if Saturn impact is there on Mercury or fifth house, eighth house, then it is better to have this like a long-term investments. Again, I'm not giving any prediction here. Don't say that you invested because of my advice. How to see in a birth chart if person is honest and good friend? You cannot see. You have to spend time with the person. We should not be judging a person through their chart. Thank you, sir, for conducting these sessions. Right. You're welcome. How is moon if placed in 12th house from the sun? Moon 12th house from the sun. Dealing with the authority figure, dealing with this moon. Authority brings feeling of gain to the mind, but when the person gets the authority, he loses the peace of mind. Okay, that is the combination of sun and moon. After Guru Dasha, also, sir, will not leave us. They are always. Thank you. For Gemini ascendant, does zero Ashtak Varga by Saturn in the Saturn in the ninth house Aquarius mean more difficulty in attaining results? Fewer results as per efforts or both. Ashtak Varga is only transit related chart. Okay, and Saturn is transiting through ninth house, so you may face lesser results when Saturn is transiting through ninth house. But in other transits, Saturn can give better results. But another thing is that Saturn's every transit is difficult, so forget about it. Okay. Uh, in my view, sun sign is important as same as moon sign. So if moon sign chart is considered, then sun chart also works same as moon's considered. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. How the sun chart reading will work? You tell me. You know so much about it. Why you are asking? I only concerned with Lagna chart, nothing else. And is there also positive things coming from Saturn aspecting Sun and Moon? Person can be becoming very disciplined, organized. Okay, person can be very disciplined, organized, and hardworking and all. So that can be positive outcomes of Saturn and Sun energy exchange. Okay, it can humble the ego also, but it can make a person narcissist also. There are also positive things coming from retrograde Saturn aspecting. Yeah, I just covered. It is the same either retrograde Saturn or Saturn. It is same. What about Jupiter and Venus in ninth house in Capricorn, where Jupiter is debilitated? Uh, Again, like Capricorn ruled by Saturn, so lots of hard work is required. Okay, lots of hard work person needs to put in to get some better results in life, in education and all. But if they are ready to put that effort, then they will get benefits also, because both are beneficial planets. Mars Ketu Moon conjunction in chart, what are its effect? Moon is trashed here along with two strong malefics. Person may have lots of stress, lots of frustration and all. Person should get into meditation, must get into meditation, and person must work in any research oriented field that will help. Right, what lordships does moon take? Like Taurus is the mole trikon sign, and Cancer is its own sign. I consider Cancer as moon and mole trikon both. I don't consider like Taurus as mole trikon. What is the worst thing to see in a chart? Nothing is worst. Everything has good and bad results. There is no categorization for the universe. For the universe, for God, everything is equally important. Okay. It is the categorization is in the mind. Our mind says this thing is good or this thing is bad. For universe, everything is as is. There is no need to categorize that this thing is good or this thing is bad or this thing is worse. Nothing is worst, nothing is bad, nothing is good either. Everything is just as is. Hmm. Can Jupiter transit in fourth house leads to relocation of house without family members, or is Rahu transit in fourth house will make this more possible? Jupiter's benefits of family should be together. Uh, these things are decided by someone's birth chart. If they will be living with family or not. If Jupiter is strong in the in the birth chart, or if the second house is strong in the birth chart, then it shows person may be living with his family and all. But in transit chart, it is not possible to say that. Okay, because transit is for 1 year. Even Jupiter transit, whole transit is for 12, 13 months. Okay, for 12, 13 months, may a person may have like association of his family and all, but after that, okay. So that is why like birth chart positions are more important. SD9 chart only relates to marriage. It relates to anything but marriage. Marriage has no connection with astrology. Remedies for sixth house, no remedy. Meditation. You are wasting your time here. Okay. Uh, WhatsApp status, sir. You are wasting your time. I'm neither going to say anything about marriage, nor about a spouse, nor about partner, nor about marriage timing, nor about any remedy. So don't waste your time here on this channel. Okay. There are thousands of other astrologers who are giving remedies. You can go there, ask remedies there, ask for worships there. That with which god we can bargain. Okay, we can make a deal out of which god. You can ask there. How is Moon Mahadasha for Virgo ascendant when where Moon is in Revati? How is Moon Mahadasha for Virgo ascendant? Moon is in Revati. It is in seventh house. It rules your 11th house. Again, as I always say, everything gives results. Once the person is doing something related with that house or that planet. Moon is nourishing people, taking care of people. Pisces and Revati are spirituality, creativity. Seventh house is business. If this person goes into like serving other people, taking care of other people through his spirituality, creative imagination, and all, then he can have better results. If he doesn't do that, then don't blame Dasha. You are not doing anything related with the Dasha. What it means having Saturn, Jupiter in 6th, 8th from each other. It means Saturn, Jupiter Dasha can bring major transformations in life. Okay. Then you understood and able to speak Telugu as you're living in. I understand it. I understand Telugu. Sorry. Okay, if two people are talking, I can get the reference. I may not be able to speak. What is the effect of retrograde Mercury in 11th house Capricorn Ascendant? It is 6th and 9th lord. Person will reflect back a lot upon his work life, his education, and all that. Higher education, they will reflect back a lot. They will reflect back if they get into business and all that is. Could you put in simple words what will be the difference of Jupiter transit fourth house, whereas Saturn transit fourth house? I want to know the basic difference in quality of. Is there? Yeah, there is a difference. Saturn will make you go away from the home. Jupiter can bring some benefits from. Okay. Jupiter will give some benefits from fourth house related matters, either home, homeland, or mother. And Saturn will bring some stress or limitations related with the homeland, and mother. This for the Libra ascendant, how will Viprit Raj Yoga work for competitive exam? If so, sir or madam, this is the same question you are asking again and again, and I have the same response with the kind of planetary placements you have told. It shows that person needs to work really hard. Then only this Viprit Raj Yoga or any yoga is going to work. Okay, so rather than asking again and again, you should start working hard. Okay. How is the conjunction seen? Like Jupiter Saturn conjunction, where Jupiter is most benefic and Saturn is most malefic. Again, all these conjunction articles and all I have written on the website. Those can help you. Only thing I can say that it is very good for any law-oriented career. If someone wants to pursue law as a career, it is very good. But as Saturn remains a malefic planet, most malefic planet, person may have to work really hard for their career related matters, uh, education related matters. Sorry, for higher education, they may have to work really hard. Vargottama Mercury in his own sign Gemini in 9th house in both Lagna and D1 chart. So whatever results you are getting of Mercury in your initial life, same results will continue in your later life. That is the basic meaning of Vargottama planets. Vargottama planets give the same results throughout life. So if you have got good results of Mercury so far, you will continue to get like same results in future also. Nowadays astrologers are doing over research. People are talking about ninth from the Venus now, third from the Saturn. All these concepts are only making understanding astrology difficult. Ask them. I try to keep things very simple. I read 10th aspect of Saturn is very good. Is that true? It is it is about like duty and responsibility. Wherever 10th aspect of my Saturn is going, that's where we have to take up the duty and responsibility in life. If you take up, then good. If you don't take up, then bad. It is as simple as this. Everything is in your depends on your action. If you are putting actions in the right direction, you are getting good results. If you are not putting, you are getting the bad. That's it. Astrology is as simple as this. Those astrologers just come up with concepts, and I don't know how well they can predict a natal chart. They are themselves confused, I think. It is fine to come up with the concept, but now it is important if the same astrologer is using the concept during consultations. Okay, I can come up with the same with the new concept. I can say, that, okay, nah, this is the thing, this is the thing, X, Y, Z. I can make some rule. But if I'm using that rule during my consultations, if I'm not using, then that rule is not of use. I myself know that that rule is not of use. So it is that's why I'm not using it. So whenever you get into such circumstances, see that if astrologer is also using those rules which he is telling to other people. What are the results of Mercury alone in the 11th house in Virgo for Scorpio Ascendant? Great for business. Mercury is business, intellect, communications, and all. The 11th house exalted in Virgo, and lots of gains from business oriented activities. How to read conjunction of four or more planets. I have written a specific article for it. If you just search for this term only, like what you have written, how to read four or more planetary conjunction, you will find this article. I have given detailed reasons on the site. See in the section of conjunction or concepts. Then Mars in 12th house in Aries for Taurus ascendant. Mars in 12th house Aries for Taurus ascendant. This is good Mars. It is in good degree. Person can be very courageous, brave, and all. Example for Mercury results: business. Best result for Mercury comes in business setup, in educational matters, communication. More you share your knowledge, more better results Mercury will give. What to do with chronic fatigue and no energy? Mm, Take proper medication. If not, then my way is like go beyond the fatigue. Okay, whenever I feel tired, I try to go beyond that tiredness. Okay, I try to work harder at that. So that is the way of going beyond the fatigue. Great. Lots of questions. Thank you. I think we are done. Thanks for joining. Thank you, sir. It was a good session as always. You're welcome. Happy to share. Uh, we can close in 2 minutes time. If someone has any question, they can ask. Otherwise, we can close. Uh, like we say that if more than one malefic aspects on a house or planet, then it becomes difficult. But if that malefic has somehow function benefic or own sign, how it will it still not be good? Own sign will make a difference. Okay, it will still make you work harder for it, but own sign will make the difference. Dignity makes the difference. Later in life or after much hard work, you will get the result. But functional benefit is not going to make any difference. Seventh Lord Mars is in my first house, Vargotama, aspecting seventh house of Aries. So am I going to dominate my wife? Please don't ask questions related with marriage. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. What is the significance of Ascendant Nakshatra, Lord Mars in the Mars in fourth house? And depends on what is the Ascendant Nakshatra, which is the sign, Mars in the fourth house. I can tell generally Mars in the fourth house, like dominance, aggression with mother, dominance, struggle with mother. Good for real estate. Okay. Take care.